and then steal them again.
Yeah, infinite money.
So, no, for reals though, guys, you better be prepared to come rescue me.
I was already at the door.
I'm just saying, Telfar's in there with a fucking flute trying to be friends with a damn, what, not even a lich, but a, something lich. More lich or greater lich?
I think a greater lich. There's some more. The best lich. Just saw your average lich. The
Rawr.
lich.
And big.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
So.
Defend me, cancel unit.
I still don't know which one it is. There's a lot of options.
Oh, it's pants.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's like, yay, this password. Now try it for all of them.
Yeah.
Yes. Keep logging in until it lets you.
And then you mistype one of them and you have to redo it all.
Yeah. I mistyped this one already. That bodes well.
Well, this is nice. I was worried that if Anthony showed up and Carl showed up and Gabe was playing, then we would run out of room in this table.
Well, I still have 2 more chairs, so I mean,
I was thinking if we keep playing, why not open up the door, have a little outside people for smokers,
right? Yeah.
Sit outside and you know, inside people in here.
We are in the process of fixing this whole thing to be. So finding this piece by itself is not that easy. I might have to go someplace like Tap Plastics and have them make me one, but
you might be able to find like one of those longer, like accordion style ones where they like.
Yeah. Well, the idea is that we want to get one, and then that way this door can open and close, and then we'll just put a beam, dowel in here when we want to lock it up. That way I don't have to mess with that anymore, you know. But I've got so much that I have to go to Tap Plastics to get. So one of the things I want to get at Tap Plastics is I want them to make me a probably poly sheet to go over the table so I can put like a map or something down on the table, because everyone, especially for like Traveler games, you put the map down and I don't want the cat to be fucking around, and I don't want, you know, people spill their drinks or get food on, so just put a clear piece over it and be done.
I mean, just like a piece of flexi or something to go over the sides of the tabletop.
Yeah, exactly. So, and of course, like when I came up with that idea, I was looking at the Traveler maps. Of course, you know, I kind of wish that these game companies would get together and agree on a size format. So you look at like all the Wizards posters. They're not quite the size of an actual poster map. They're, as you can see, slightly smaller. And then you get the ones from Mongoose for Traveler, and it's like, oh my god, this thing's huge. It's like folded like 22 times. And you get done, it's like, oh my, this table's almost not big enough for their maps. And I'm like, come on, pick one, you know?
And they're like, hey, wait a minute. If we make them buy a bunch of different ones, will you make more money?
Well, yeah. And so, like with the Traveler maps, you unfold them, right? And some of these sets have like 4. I could like carpet my living room and do like an entire sector of space. You know, it's ridiculous, but it is a lot of fun. So, welcome to Dungeon of the Mad Mage. We are on the final level, the Mad Wizard's Lair. We are quickly getting to the final climactic battle against Hallister Blackcloak. Before we pick that up, let's thank the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. If you were watching on Twitch, you should see some tiles. If you do not see the tiles, click on my profile image and those tiles should pop up. The first on the list is Talon Claw. They make beautiful wooden tabletop gaming accessories such as wooden DM screens, wooden dice vaults, dice trays. They have a full line of D&D and Pathfinder themed class drinking coasters. They have meat and cheese cutting boards for, you know, putting out a meat and cheese tray for your games. Definitely give them a check out, and I don't think they have any sales going on right now, but you might click on that tile and go to their Etsy store and double check that. I haven't checked them today, so I'm not sure. Next on the list is the Speechless Bard. She and her husband make beautiful leather products for your tabletop games, such as leather covers for your core rule books. She has a full line of dice bracelets. A popular one is the Pride bracelet, where each dice on the bracelet is a different color. She has a dice mat for rolling your dice on, that when you roll it up, it looks like a rolled up spell scroll. So definitely give her a look. She is over in the UK, so if you are ordering, give yourself a little extra time, especially if it is time sensitive, such as like a birthday present or a gift of some kind. It could take a little while to reach you. Tassie, what are you doing? Hey. Hey.
She has to tip things
Cat
over.
face
It's in her
meowers.
heritage.
Tassie,
Be a good kitty and go down here.
get down.
Falling houses.
Oh well. Let's see. Next on the list, Fable Beard Company. They make beard products such as oil bombs, beard butter, and co-wash. And each of their scent profiles is a different fantasy character. Right now I am wearing the Hero, which smells of rich cologne and warm tobacco. If you are a first-time purchaser, you can use the code FIRST, and you can select 2 beard oils. And when you use that code, it will discount the second one to free. We'd like to give a shout out to the author Matthew Kerwin, who is the author of the book The Wagner Incident, a Traveler novel. He was given permission to publish that novel by the creator of Traveler, Mark Miller himself. You can find The Wagner Incident on Amazon for Kindle at $2.99, and for trade paperback it's $8.99. And if you are looking for a quick to run Traveler adventure, my adventure, The Mystery of BT SHT 365, is on sale on Drive-Thru RPG through May 17th for 33% off, which makes it about $1.34. So if you don't have anything to run, just go ahead and pick that up and you will be pretty much ready to go. So where we left off last week, these guys have been moving about the Mad Wizard's lair, and they left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. They came into the room and found Arcturia, an Archlich.
I came into the
That's true, yes. Telfar came into the room and found Arcturia.
Follow the sound of delightful Fey-like music.
Terrified furries.
Terrified furries.
My feeling is furries should mostly be terrified. I'm terrified of furries, quite frankly. So yeah, so she does some very weird things with tree polymorph. They did find a humanoid just simply called Rabbit Head that they, I believe, you polymorphed him back into being a rabbit.
Yep.
And Rabbit Head is much more happy being a rabbit than he was a person. And Telfar is carrying around Rabbit Head. There are other creatures in here as well. Let's see, animal-headed people. There are 6 other humanoids in here. Just says heads of beasts. Oh, here we go. There are... Ooh. So 3 of them are scared, just like Rabbit Head was, where they are kind of hiding, or cowering rather. However, the other 3 are actually armored.
Goblin? No.
Yeah, I've got goblin names. I'm just using them because they're easy to tell who's
Last week I couldn't help myself, and after our game I spoiled this entire counter for myself
Hey.
by reading the...
That is not yours.
It says, but goblins are bad.
It's not yours.
want you guys to know I'm excited about this room. So excited about this room.
So, those three are champions.
Champions. We got this. Those aren't that hard to kills.
Oh, I exist.
It should be in the box.
Yeah. Well, so it is.
That's
it is
why.
necessary.
That's why you grabbed it.
Yeah.
You're such a thoughtful guy like that. Yeah. Bam.
That's the thing.
Look at this little guy for a minute.
I would be using my normal mini, but its hammer's broke.
Dope.
Broke. Diggity dang.
There is ways to fix them, but it is not easy. What I would do,
Super glue?
well, yes, but the first thing I would do, I would go someplace like Michael's and pick up some modeling clay. And you just use a little bit on the end to get the two ends to bond together, and then super glue them. And then you probably have to do some touch-up paint over it, but
Or you can get an X-Acto knife and just cut the whole thing out entirely. And you can be like, I'm dancing.
right.
No. How about no?
I'm dancing.
That's the better option.
Yeah. So, so do you guys have minis?
I got a meaty.
You do. Good, sweet.
Got the
Big
Telfar you
boys.
painted for me.
Sweet.
I'm just hoping that maybe you won't be offended if I go back in and touch some things up or like change a shade of
Go
color
for it.
or two.
Go for it. Make them day glow. I don't care. It's your mini.
Yeah.
Paint it entirely.
Like whatever, I got paid. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, the one benefit is that the end, it broke off right at the hand, so you have a good long, good wide piece to super glue
I have
to.
the whole other piece. So. Just really glad I didn't lose that one. 'Cause I almost did. It fell in my vent in my room.
Yeah, that actually, you might not even need the bottom clip. Yeah.
Yeah,
can probably
I think
super
the
glue that.
hand is probably wide enough.
Yeah.
And we got super glue home, so I might do that tonight.
So, I mean, it's not like, there's no surprise factor here. So everybody go ahead and roll initiative.
I've not used even a wild dice to be kind to me.
Cancel, what'd you get?
16.
Yeah. Thrick.
11.
Telfar.
I got a 9. But I'm hoping that, since I started this shit, I'll still get to go first.
And Naruto.
Soft 20.
So,
But yeah, I think so. Go first. Go first.
that doesn't seem correct. Let me double check that. Yeah, no, it is not correct.
There we are. There you are.
That's right. So, Naruto, what would you like to do?
Oh.
So, if I remember correctly, Telfar was stealth.
Yes. No.
The end of the scene. where we ended last week was that I stealthed in. And I
Right.
succeeded on my stealth.
Right.
And I started playing my
That's right.
bagpipes. And I started playing along with the music. And I rolled so well on my performance check that she noticed.
Right.
And so she turned to me and was like, "Oh, that's a very nice song you're playing there.
Right.
Welcome to Arcturia's whatever lair. I'm Arcturia," and that's where you shut it off.
So, here's the thing. You guys have in your bag of holding, you have Arcturia's
phylactery.
phylactery. Arcturia always knows where her phylactery is. So, she is aware that you are in possession of it. This displeases her greatly. So, Narite, what would you like to do?
I am the one currently carrying her phylactery.
Yeah, so, yeah, and her phylactery, if you remember, can only be destroyed by being put in the gullet of a mimic.
What I'm saying is, what's his cue to know that there's anything to do? Does all the music stop? Is that like his cue to like investigate? Because they didn't enter the room. So I assumed we would be starting this session off with a
Right.
conversation between Telfar and Arcturia as she notices him.
So, yeah, Arcturia, says, you play beautifully. She says, however, I believe that you and your companions are in possession of something that belongs to me.
That could be true. I'm but a simple halfling. I thought that perhaps I might offer you just a small amount of humble entertainment before you, I don't know, kill us all, I suppose.
We're gonna annihilate her.
Won't you let me sing and dance for you? I can do all kinds of tricks. Look, I have these fancy stilts. Have you ever seen a halfling do black flips on stilts?
She says, no, but I've made some halflings dance.
Pencil abilities. Does that anger you in any way?
Telfar?
No.
It's really hard to anger somebody as mellow as he is.
She said that about dwarves. Any other dwarf would be like, yeah, we can kill you. You humiliated our race.
So, she,
Yeah, it's just worried that's all.
So, you guys outside the room, you can hear that this strange tinkling kind of music has stopped. And Arcturia is just holds out her hand as she's fluttering on her little gossamer wings. And she says, I want my phylactery now. What does Talfar say to that?
It's a reasonable request. I'll send for it. Hey guys!
So you hear Talfar
They'll
call
probably
out.
rap on the door. Honestly, like just
You just like peek your head out.
little knocking on the door. I
So-
don't personally have it, but if you sure you wouldn't like a song?
So Norite,
I could make myself look like a bat.
you hear her knocking on the door and calling.
I'll spell that would destroy her, but
Ooh.
What, true point?
yeah, it's fine.
I don't know. Where do you use it?
Where is Sunbeam?
Oh, Troy, you wasted it.
I didn't waste it. That was pretty useful. It's a very worthwhile.
It was a waste.
No, it was not a waste. Using true polymorph on a rabbit is not a waste.
No, 100% agreed. I'm on your side.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
We're talking about transforming some random object into a
Soft, cuddly bunny. Like,
no, into a mimic. Just showing the phylactery.
Oh.
We still have it after this.
So the three there are three of these beast-headed creatures that
Describe
are.
the room to us.
So those three are
How's
armored.
it furnished and everything? Is it well lit? Is it just a big empty space with her and some weird furries?
So it is a vaulted ceiling, 20 feet high.
20 feet. All right.
Arcturia is a gaunt figure with blue scales, bone spurs on her forearms and elbows, gossamer wings, and a flowing gown.
Yep, put the picture in last week.
She has a butterfly swarm that flits about her. And the butterflies have actually swarmed together into a humanoid shape, and the music was coming from this humanoid swarm of butterflies playing the harp.
Cute.
Behind
Cute.
her, there are two doors at the top of a dais. So she's standing on this platform with these stairs that go up to this dais. And behind her, there are two doors. Arranged about throughout the hall are 4 stuffed chairs, 4 padded footstools, 2 divans, and 2 large coffee tables.
So some fancy furniture. We should try to stuff it in the bag of holding.
Glad to see where your priorities lie.
Hey, it's important, alright?
I know we're gonna be there. I'm just thinking about the loot after.
Yeah.
You know.
There are 3 animal-headed people that have like the heads of a rabbit, another rabbit. There's a ferret, a rat. They're dressed like just like Rabbit Head was. They're dressed like servants, and they are cowering in fear of both Arcturia and of this entire situation that's going on. There are 3 other ones that have the heads of a dingo, a wolf. A dingo, an iguana, and a stork. And they are armored and are brandishing weapons. They are not coward. They are quite intent on
Red room?
killing a lot of people. Hold on here. I've lost so many bookmarks.
Let's see how useful you Yeah, I know. I remember. Yeah, when character is that's what you want to Yeah. Just casually.
Jesus.
So I can walk into it and tell them, hey,
I'll take a twink of blessing as well, Chris.
Oh yes.
While I'm thinking about it.
For tonight.
I think since I've already got the pipes of haunting in my hand, I might as well try a fear spell.
Yeah.
Just fear all stacks on the floor already fear.
Well, it's a 30-foot radius. I'm here. So
You
if there's
get-
somebody...
You get
10,
a
20, 30?
Yeah.
Not sure.
blessing of understanding. Your wisdom score goes up by 2 to a maximum of 22.
Great. And we are taking away our temporary health bonus from last week.
That is correct.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
And yes, I also had a +1 armor class from last week that I'm getting rid of. You said it was wisdom saves? Plus
Wisdom score goes up by 2 to a maximum of 22.
score goes up by 2, so I get +1 to my wisdom saves. +1 to my wisdom 12. So I forgot to get more hit points when I leveled up last time. I'm still not sure how hit points work. If I have a D8 as a hit die.
You roll a D8.
So you roll a D8.
Plus your con.
Yep. Add, take that plus your con, or you can take the average.
And my con is -1, so I can take 5 as the average instead, right?
Yeah.
And then minus the 1, and then get 4.
Right.
And I also get +2 for my toughness feat.
Correct.
So every level or whatever, I get an extra +2. So that gives me 6 hit points this level.
Yeah.
Correct.
Motherfucker! I just hit 100. I have 102 hit points.
That's great.
Yay.
At level
You can't be
19.
one
Level
shot by
19.
magic.
Level 19, 102 hit points.
Hey, I only have 136.
This is why Telfar's not
162.
allowed to get hit. 11 times, Chris. It's been almost 2 years.
2 years.
11
times.
times.
That's pretty good.
I kept a good tally over these years. Yeah?
Yeah, he has over 200.
Well,
Right.
I have a -1 to my constitution.
Yeah. Just roll.
That
really low for my
-1
hit
does
dice for
really
a while.
fat things. I
Oh,
have
yeah, I
+2
just took
with
the average,
each
so
6, and I have 136
That's what I
now.
should have done. Yeah, I rolled like
The
1s and
first
2s
few
for a while.
levels, I rolled the die just to see if I could get an 8 or a 7 or something like that, and I got like a 2
That's
Oh,
and
shit.
a 3, and I was like, fuck it, I'm taking the 5.
That happens to everybody.
Fuck
I've been
you.
telling everybody. I'm like, that's why I always say you can roll or take the average, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
Because if you do it, rules as written. It's you can take the average or you can roll.
Yeah. That's fucked up, man.
Yeah, and so what I discovered is that if you just take the average, you will end up with more hit points. If you go all the way to level 20, you will have more hit points than if you roll.
Statistically.
Statistically, it should be a 50-50 chance that you'll have more or less, but it's not. Almost consistently, like 80% of the time, you will be subpar if you don't take the average.
It would also be more like a 60-40 because you're one above the average usually.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. So, yeah, it's not.
I think they're
I've always said, yeah, just.
Include all 3 of those.
That's one thing that I do, and then the other one is like long rests. You just get all of your hit points and spell slots back. If you do it as rules as written, it is overly complicated, in my opinion, as far as record keeping. So, like from week to week, you're having to go back to your sheet and go, oh, well, how many hit dice do I have left to spend on short rest? Because you don't get them all back. You only get like half of them back. And then there's like, oh, well, okay, so then there's that, and then you're like, well, how many hit points did I have? And, no, I'm not, no, just make it easy. Make life easy.
Depends on the campaign, too. Like, if you're running a brutal campaign, you might be more interested in that, but otherwise it's like...
Yeah, like if I was doing Tomb of Annihilation with meat grinder rules, then yeah, I'd probably do that. What meat grinder essentially is your death saves. You have to get a 15 or higher in order to succeed. So a lot of people die in meat grinder.
That's why it's called meat grinder.
Yeah. So, Narte, you hear her knock on the door and call for you guys, and the music has stopped playing.
So, I open the door slightly to see like my hand and then my face, and I cast Sunbeam at her.
Immediately.
It's counterspelled.
Yeah. What level is Sunbeam?
6th.
Okay.
I don't think I can cast it at higher levels. It's a 6th level spell. However, disadvantage. She has it takes a saving throw versus my spell save DC, which is 20. And she has disadvantage on the saving throw.
Me neither. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll probably do it on the best. That's what
Yeah, Constitution saving throw. Yeah, undead and oozes have disadvantage.
You could just keep blasting it.
I could.
Creates a ton of sunlight
Should, otherwise
Mhm.
it's
and a bunch of
wasted.
damage. You can do like 8 damage. No, 60. Yeah,
68.
she will attempt to counterspell and fails. She does not counterspell sending. So what kind of save does she?
Con, con save.
Okay. 24 to save.
Save.
She can choose to save with a lair action, right?
She could. She's got legendary resistance, but she made her con save.
So she has disadvantage.
Okay. Why does she have disadvantage?
Because she's on undead.
Okay.
Undead savings.
So 24 because the other one would have been
Okay.
29.
Oh my gosh, she's just it's higher. What's her con bonus then?
Yes.
Plus 10.
She got a 9.
What's her con bonus? Yes.
Right.
It's like, did she roll an 8? Yeah, she gets an 18. She passes with all of them.
Sounds like you knew it.
Well, there's been some that I've done like high levels. You know, I'll be like, oh, does a 22 hit? And they're like, yeah, 22 hits. I'm like, okay, keep in mind that she only rolled a 2. So, you know.
Like that. It's like,
Or were you like,
19 damage.
okay. Or were you know, you roll a,
An 8.
you roll a 3 and you're like, oh, does an 18 hit?
Right.
What the fuck? I mean,
you're getting some spellcaster and they have that on it.
right. Okay, so, so she took how much?
19 damage. Radiant.
Okay.
Does she take extra radiant damage?
Yeah.
And then you run up to the said spellcaster and just beat them up because they don't have an AC.
And then remote brilliant radiant strike in his hand, emitting bright light for 30 feet radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet, which is sunlight. In case that matters for anything, which I don't think it does.
Chris, are you broadcasting audio somewhere? Is it
Yeah.
Twitch?
Yes.
Okay, it's not just a plea, it's a plea.
You can just keep casting it for a minute unless you lose concentration.
And I'll be cast it. He
Yeah, just
he just
repeatedly.
has a thing of light in his hand now. He just go wee.
Okay, so she doesn't have any more reactions because she used a reaction for counterspell and failed. Bonus action or movement?
I'll move up to her.
Okay,
And
that's awfully
if
nice.
she... Huh?
So that's awfully nice of you.
Yeah, no. But if she casts any spell, I get to attack her with a reaction. Because I have the Mage Slayer feat.
Yeah, it's a fun thing.
Well, I think you've got bigger problems.
then reactions.
Maybe.
Now,
Probably, yeah.
And if she casts a spell on me, which I need a saving throw, I have advantage on that saving throw.
so you have bigger problems because
Cleric versus Lich. Here we go.
Cleric versus Lich and a bunch of other minions.
Hey, other cleric, you should come help me kill this Lich. Lich are bad.
Are they really though?
Yes.
They're not bad, they're just misunderstood.
I mean, this one's probably bad, but Liches in general
What's
don't
your
have to
CR?
be.
I got 99 problems in a lich ain't.
Yeah. Oh.
So half of the furniture in the room comes to life,
Yay!
and there are mimics.
Oh.
You have a phylactery. I don't know if
This
having.
is so ironic.
Yeah, I don't know if this was the best decision, having a bunch of mimics in the same room where you are when your phylactery couldn't get destroyed by them.
Usually this isn't where your phylactery is, though.
Yeah. Kind of just happened.
Oh, sorry. No, you're fine. I was doing some chores today, and I get down on my hands and knees. As I was just, sitting on my knees, and my left knee goes pop, and I've been like boned like all day, like limping. What is it? All right, so cancel. What would you like?
You won.
So what's my channel divinity feature for Death Domain?
Let's see, Death Domain.
It is in the Dungeon Master.
It's in Dungeon Master. I was trying to remember. Was like in Tasha's? No.
It's very cautious. No, it's really
hi.
fun.
There you are.
Like creature, cleric in the trickery domain.
We actually had in our Saturday afternoon game. She was trickery, and it was kind of cool. Page 96. Touch of Death, starting at second level, the cleric can use Channel Divinity to destroy another creature's life force by touch. When the cleric hits a creature with a melee attack, the cleric can use Channel Divinity to deal extra necrotic damage to the target. The damage equals 5 plus twice your cleric level. Jesus. So.
38, so 43.
Yeah, 43 points of damage.
Added on to my.
Necrotic, so.
I'm sure Arcturia is immune to necrotic damage.
Either
Or at least resistance.
Probably. Let me double
The
check.
lich is being powered by undeath.
Right.
It'll just heal it if they.
But that's unholy necrotic. Mine's holy necrotic.
You know what? She is not immune to necrotic damage.
She's resistant.
Yes.
Oh, no, we're just resistant.
So instead of 43, she'll take 22.
She got an off-brand deal.
Yeah.
Walmart brand.
That-
Why does this red
Let me
potion
sort
just
out
say
my
equate on it?
D10s.
So whose turn is it?
It's your turn.
Okay. So I will go.
I also, did I tell you the Saturday night guys and I decided what Chinesium is actually made of? It's plastic. It's 3 parts. 1 part plastic, 1 part lead. And the third part is the tears of Chinese children.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I will
That's
cast.
a lot of fire.
I will look right at the mage lady. Evil lady. I cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Tasha's my one.
Tasha's Mind Whip.
What can I say? Wisdom?
I think so. Double check. Intelligence.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah. Beware, you're going to.
21 to save.
Oh, come on. You have to beat a 20.
You don't have to overdo it.
I get it. I cast it for free. I just watch what she does now.
You're just gonna stand there and
Yeah,
watch.
I don't want to be in that mess.
Yeah, I
Also,
mean that's
I'm gonna do what
that's
I'm
a lot.
best at.
So half of the furniture came to life in our mimics.
I was listening. That's why I did the Twitch.
Oh, that's right. That's
I've
right.
been outside listening
And staring
All
at
right.
us.
and staring at you.
Watching this. From afar.
The Lich.
I made sure I was still in the camera via the window and the mirror.
Yeah. Level 17, I think it was. No, level 18. Wizard gets to pick a first level and second level.
Cast at will.
Not at will, but as long as they have it
Wait,
prepared.
is Arcturia casting a spell?
Doesn't take any spell slots.
I don't know yet.
So I just have a shield. that
Why?
Tosses
Huh?
mine.
Why?
For free
Because if she
now.
casts a spell, then I just get an attack.
Because you have Mage Slayer?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do?
That's what I did.
Oh, that's what you did.
Cast that, it didn't
That's
work.
right.
Can't miss out the extra damage.
So I'm just watching her. It's great though, because then I could mess with people while keeping all of this open for just saying no.
Gotta have the note list.
Yeah.
So.
I have 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14 spell slots of no.
14 spell slots.
Yes.
Specific. Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, of course. You know what my specialty is. Saying no.
She is going to reach out and touch.
Me?
Yeah, Narate with paralyzing touch. That is not a spell.
That's just.
It's not a spell.
No, it's just a poke.
Oh, it's a poke, I see.
Yep.
23 to hit.
Hmm? Well,
I know, right? Yeah.
did
No,
I say
wait, no, that
anything
would
about me
just hit
equipping
me.
my maul? I mean,
Wait,
not my
hold
maul,
on.
my
No, that
shield
wouldn't hit
last
me.
time.
You didn't say anything about it.
24.
God dang it, I meant to say something.
I meant to!
I know, but I will still take my armor class is 22 without the plus.
So. That's 10 points of cold damage. And you need to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
I got this. Not 20, so plus
Oh,
5
okay.
plus
Whatever.
save.
So,
You are-
yes.
31.
You are not paralyzed for 1 minute.
That would suck. So much.
Okay. Thrick, what would you like to do?
No.
I don't care. Do you have anything else you'd want to use it for?
Not really.
Want your 9th level spell slot?
Fun.
No, my 8th level.
It'd be fun, that's for sure.
What would it be?
Make it.
I'll take 2 attacks of opportunity if it doesn't matter. I'll move there and take a.
What, you got?
So you got 2 mimics that are going to take their attacks of
7 armor class.
opportunity.
Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, don't worry.
Don't worry, you can be
Yeah,
at it.
no one's ever going to be hitting him with anything.
No.
No, he has
that's
a
not
thing
true.
he can do too to increase it by what, +6?
+6.
So the first
that's
one
right.
is, I mean, probably not going to do that. That is a valiant try. 23 to hit with a pseudopod. The other one's going to try to bite you.
Yeah, you want some kitty?
Really hoping
18.
that Arcturia and I can spend at least 10 minutes in non-combative conversation.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
I think that ship has sailed.
I know.
I'll make sure
In retrospect, I think I probably could have tried a little harder on my persuasion. And I'll let them in, but I think they're really intent on fighting. Are you sure you don't want to just dance or something? I could let them in, but they're gonna really ruin the vibe of this whole party. Alright, seems like you got a nice mellow thing going on. Really hate to interrupt it.
I'm gonna cast an anti-magic field.
Okay.
All our magic items become mundane. Anything,
Awesome.
anything other magic that
Where
she
is it?
has, or anything within a 10-foot radius becomes mundane.
What? Show me.
Focused on him.
How big?
Focus on myself.
Focus
10
on
foot,
10-foot radius.
10-foot radius.
On you, 10 feet. Okay, I'm out of that. I'm good.
So basically, it's going to be Thrick, Norte, and Arcturia.
Yeah.
But also, oh no, you don't get that guy.
Yeah, spells can't be cast.
This guy over here is in the influence.
Summoned creatures disappear, and even magic items become mundane. Until the spell ends, the sphere moves with you.
Well, none of them are summoned.
Yeah.
And True Polymorph.
It's just a one and done.
It's a one and done, so they don't change back.
From casting any spells or doing anything.
Right.
Unless this is gonna be huge.
Unless he
Wait,
tries
would
to
it-
whack you
would it-
with their
oh, no.
fist.
I can't cast spells either.
Those also
Right.
affect these two.
You have a weapon though.
Yeah, you have a weapon. Just
You have a
Yeah,
weapon.
That she'll
He
now
has the
take
ability
half
to
damage from.
just get rid of like the +2 or whatever you have on it. Just becomes a big
Literally
Now you
every
can't
other
make
effect.
him drunk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a +2. I would get rid of +3 and +1d8. I still have +16 to damage though.
Yeah.
Whack it.
But like I said, now she's going to take half damage.
Doesn't matter. This is just gonna be a long.
Actually, she'll take no damage.
Oh my god.
She's immune to bludgeoning.
Stab her.
She's immune to poison,
Yeah.
bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from
Would a
non-magical.
Sunblade be
come
just
on.
a hilt?
Yeah, Sunblade's not going to even turn on.
Well,
I mean, you can still
You got a
try to.
lightsaber handle.
You can bite her, but it's not going to do any good. She's immune to the damage.
yeah.
This whole thing planned out. You do this and
Teleport's
this.
sitting here like, we could have just danced. We could have just had a good time, you know?
See, this is what a
You deal with everyone.
I could have just
blade
reclined on that
or a
couch over
halberd
there.
is for.
Um,
Halberds and glaives are great because they have 10-foot
and
reach.
grappling's a full action, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's all I do.
So then the question becomes, it's not a spell, it is an innate ability.
But is it magical?
Well, that's what I don't know.
Yeah.
It's Frightening Gaze.
Well, if it's just I look at you very scarily, then I would say it's
I
all
don't
good.
think it's, I don't think it's magical. As a legendary action, she stares at Thrick. Thrick, you need to make a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw.
You have guidance.
Guidance, that's a D4, right? DC 18. Let's see, does a 23. Yeah.
Okay, you save. Alright.
You're trying
So that
to make
means
the
she
player
only has one
proficient in
more
it.
legendary action this round. The mimics.
So the furries are the little ones and the mimics are the bigger ones?
Right.
Okay.
So the mimics don't care about anything happening to them. That literally does nothing.
Absolutely nothing to them.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna step in. This mimic is going
It's gonna go hop, plunk, hop,
right.
plunk.
This mimic will step here. This mimic will step here. So 3 of them are going to attack me. 3 are going to attack Norte. 2 are going to attack Threck. This one's just going to turn around and take a
Hey, cancel.
swipe at.
Yeah. What?
Did you drop a fireball?
No, but it would cancel. Or not cancel, but it would
Oh,
like...
or not.
It won't affect anything in the
And then-
10-foot radius
However,
circle, which is most things.
So, just to get Telfar out of the way, this mimic's going to try and chomp on Telfar.
17 to hit.
24.
all these people can
They're just gonna...
use magic.
Yeah, but
Oh, man. For
Yeah.
4 points of piercing damage and 2 points of acid damage.
Nothing.
two are attacking Thrick.
Right.
One's going to try and smack him with a pseudopod. Ah. So, you haven't used a reaction yet, have you?
No.
The mimic
Wait.
gets a nat 1. You can
I have a thing.
make an attack of opportunity on it.
I have my melee damage as a reaction.
I'm not gonna.
You what?
I have uncanny dodge, which means you take half melee damage for a reaction.
Oh yeah.
Rogue thing. Uncanny dodge.
I thought that's only if you were saving. Let's see.
I know it's only 6 damage, but if I can take 3 instead, I'll fucking do it.
You're right. You can use use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
Yep.
All right. So you can make an attack of opportunity on the mimic.
Well, I'm not going to.
Okay.
What's he gonna do? Bonk on
So-
the head with the hilt?
The mimic.
Yeah.
So you're not going to do no.
No.
So
I have a shield and a hilt of my sunlight.
the mimic.
Hi.
So your anti-magic field.
Yeah.
So I mean, if I cast a spell into it, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
As soon as it passes the threshold, it just doesn't.
You know, I thought it was a good idea when I did it.
But see, here's the thing.
That
Is
sounded really good on paper.
here's
Yeah.
your 10-foot square, right? I'm outside of it. This guy's outside of it,
Yeah.
outside. So my spell, if it has a 30-foot or whatever,
It would hit the
it'll
people
skip
outside.
all these guys and it'll hit everybody that's
Yeah.
outside the... Okay, got it. Just checking.
So this mimic
Leave it in the way.
is prone. The other one is going to try to bite Thrick. Nope, you're fine. So the other one's going to try and bite Thrick and miss because a 13 is just not going to do it. 3 of them are going to attack Narate. The first one is going to do a pseudopod attack. 23 to hit.
It's
For 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, paper.
The second one is going to try to bite you. 23 to hit. 11 points of piercing damage and 6 points of acid damage. And the last one is going to try to bite you.
what was that acid magic?
No. 21 to hit.
Dang, everything was.
I miss it.
Okay.
Yeah. Gross.
All right. Come on. Telfar. So you got a mimic in your face.
There's a thing you can get which allows you to
I shoot the fuck up in the air.
attack.
Okay.
Or grapple.
So if you, well, as a bonus action, you can take disengage. But if you if you move up and it would be the same as if you were moving away, he would get an attack of opportunity. But as a rogue, as a bonus action, you can disengage.
I think that's what I need to do.
Okay.
So, bonus action, disengage, movement action, I don't know, 18 feet in the air.
Sure. Yeah, it's 20 feet high.
Yeah, 2 foot below the ceiling. Does that give me a shot at Arcturia?
I would say so. I mean, you're 18. She's only fluttering. She's hovering like maybe 5 feet off the ground.
Great. So she's
Well, actually, she's
She's
not
up here.
anymore. Now she's on the ground.
Right.
She just can't flutter.
Yeah, she can't flutter because that's. I don't think. No, she can. It's not a magical effect.
She's got actual wings.
Yeah, it's actual
She
wings.
grafted onto herself.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you could hit her.
So I'm 18 feet in the air. I still have my pipes of haunting in my hand, which is what I was playing earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and let leash the pipes of haunting spell, which will only affect this mimic, this furry, and that furry. We got a 30-foot radius.
Okay. So
from me out, I fill the thing. And frankly, none of that stuff counts. Cancels in the radius, but I have the option of nullifying the effect for friendly targets.
Chances are I wouldn't care anyway.
So Pipes of Haunting wouldn't affect Arcturia
I know.
because she's an animagic.
Yeah.
Well, also she's inside the magic effect. So what
Right.
I'm going for is to put a fear on this, this, and this.
Sure.
That's my goal.
So you've got a
DC 14 Wisdom save for the mimic, the furry, and this furry.
so actually 2 mimics, 3 mimics.
No, these ones are in the anti-magic field. The anti-magic, the anti-magic field is like that.
So 1 mimic and 2 furries.
Yep.
All right.
DC 14 Wisdom.
So the mimic 19. Wow, that mimic's rocking it. And the champions. No, they only get a 9. So
So the furries are feared
the furries are feared.
for 1 minute. And for...
Which means they can't willingly get closer to you, and they have disadvantage as long as you are in sight. Oh, no, you're fine. I don't think I have these. Did you not? Oh, yes I do.
And Diggy the Glider is going to take a turn as well. This seems like a good time to bust out the animal conjuring. Which I try to save. I try to save it for boss fights, man. It would get old if Diggy the Glider was conjuring fucking clouds of animals every goddamn session.
I feel so weird.
You know?
The episode with you conjuring all these animals, it keeps making me think of, I think it was the last season of Venture Brothers, where he's got Billy Quizboy down in the basement trying to come up with a new idea for them to display at the scientific meeting, and Billy's like, well, I've got this new injection that will cause you to regrow a liver. And so Dr. Venture's like, that's fantastic, you know. All these people that are heavy drinkers, you know, they can just take an injection and it'll regrow their liver. And he says, yeah, but the problem is that it just keeps regrowing livers. So, like, all of these lab mice kept exploding. It's like, I'm tired of killing mice. I'm so tired of killing mice.
So Diggy the Glider summons a mated pair of giant eagles.
Okay. Alright.
They have a turn on this turn, or
They would go at the... Oh, shit. No. They would go at the end of your next turn.
Okay.
The only reason I'm saying that is because Vicky, the glider, went at the end of your turn, and then they would technically go at the end of Vicky's turn.
Right.
So it would come out to the next turn.
Okay. So do they have movement speed yet? Can I move them somewhere?
No, they would go. They would move on their turn at the end of your next turn.
Do I have a choice of where I summon them?
Yeah. Where do you want them?
Okay. I want to summon one here, and I want to summon one here.
They would be in the anti-magic field and wouldn't summon.
Oh. That's true. and here.
Okay.
Here and here.
Yeah, just,
I can put dice there. I'll put
don't
dice
let
there.
them go in the field. I'll probably just call the house.
You just see like a feather go, and you're, it just disappears.
Alright. So I got an eagle there and an eagle there.
Okay.
I mean, you can end concentration. Reaction.
And that's my turn.
Okay. The champions,
Less useful than my.
2 of them are feared.
No, not
The furry champions.
Yes. Furry Force on Fox Kids. So the champions. See, this is why I've gotten so fat during pandemics. I didn't have to keep getting up and down. Everything was on roll 20. This champion is going to move here and is going to swing on Frick. Try. This feared champion is going to swing on Norite. This champion is going to come up here and take the attack of opportunity.
One big mess.
Yeah, it's a big clusterfuck. I think that's one of the few times I've looked at a map with minis and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. You should drop your anti-magic field and have Cantil just like drop 1 or 2 fireballs.
Yeah.
That would
that's
clear
gonna
something
drop
out.
it.
Yeah, that'd take care of some of the problem. So we'll deal with the champions first.
I just drop them having darkness and hurt.
So
one
champion on Thrick
on the magical darkness.
is gonna swing his great sword. 36 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
4.
That posts the damage.
14 points of slashing damage.
It's like less than that.
Plus an additional 3 points of slashing damage because he has more than half his hit points. And so one of the eagles gets an attack of opportunity on the frightened
This guy?
furry. Yeah.
Here. Cool. Got my eagle stats brought up. I thought I had my eagle stats brought up.
Full metal dice.
So my question is, if he has a multi-attack, a beak attack, and a talon attack,
He only gets one of those for an attack.
but a multi-attack is the claw
That would be
attack.
a regular action, but he only gets
action. So
Right.
it's a beak or a talon.
Right.
Okay. So talons is more than beak.
Okay.
We're gonna do that.
So it'd be tough.
Go for it.
Nat 20.
Yeah, so-
Whoa! I was gonna say the furry force is wearing plate armor, but
Very cool.
So I get
back to the furry force on Fox Kids.
2d6 plus 3 doubled.
You need to.
So 8 plus 3 is 11. Doubled is 22.
Okay. That's not awful. So the 2 are going to attack Narate
I have a question.
at disadvantage.
The stats I have here for the giant eagle don't list what it requires to pick something up. Is that a grapple?
Hold on, I'll tell you. So the first one misses. Oh, you know what? I get 2 more attacks on threat. But let me finish this guy first. That's a miss. Ooh.
Hey, Thread, you should go back to not having the anti-magic field.
35 to hit Narate. That was the low dice.
For what, Arcturia?
No, great sword attack from the furry.
Jesus. Yeah, that hits.
So 9 points of slashing damage plus an additional 3 points of slashing damage because he has more than half his hit points. On Thrick, 2 more great sword attacks.
That's not a good laugh.
37 to hit. 13.
That would have hit the Tarrasque, which has the highest armor class in the
So it's a
game.
total of 21 points of slashing damage.
Oh my god.
And the last great sword attack. Oh, fuck me.
There's a 1.
He rolled a nat 1.
Ha!
So you can either go prone or you can take an attack of opportunity on him.
Yo, go prone. I don't have anything to do.
You don't have any. Oh, that's right. So
Unless I want to hit him with my shield for like.
I mean, you could try to bite him.
You do have a bite attack. Lizard folk have bite attacks.
I'm good. I don't feel like doing like 9 damage at most.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, so the champions, the furry force, gets an additional 2d6 slashing damage as long as they have more than half their hit points. Something to keep in mind. There we go. But he's now prone, which means melee attacks within 5 feet of him will have advantage. God, 2 of them are prone, and it's because of their own stupidity.
Yeah.
And
it's attacking me as well. That's.
1 more gets 3 attacks on Norton. But it's okay because he's at disadvantage.
It's okay.
Okay, he can either go prone or you can take an attack of
I'm
opportunity.
definitely taking an attack of opportunity on
Okay.
him. For natural 20 to hit.
Alright, double damage.
So that's what? Okay. So 54 damage.
Okay. He's still standing.
Oh wow. Oh, hang on. 56.
Okay.
No, I mean, adding another 2 radiant.
And he gets 2 more attacks. Fuck. Are you for real?
There's another nat
I've got another nat 1. So you're out of reactions.
How many do I have?
1
For battle.
per turn, per round.
Oh.
So he is now not only frightened but frightened.
Prone and frightened. See, he won't have any trouble floating in the pool now.
I know, right? Yeah, he's got all 4 floaties.
Yes.
Okay. So all right. We're back to Norte. New round.
Okay. Sweet. So the anti-magic field's still up.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, this is gonna hurt me. Really badly.
See what happens when you depend on magic.
Huh?
See what happens when
I
you
mean, I
depend
can
on
attack,
magic.
but I mean, I totally would attack with my
This is a life lesson.
Uzi, but I can't
This is
because
Don't rely on magic, okay?
Magic's bad, okay.
As I was, I'm relying on magic for the spell.
Yeah, ironic, yes.
The anti-magic field doors.
So if you
Oh
cast an
my
anti-magic
God.
field inside an anti-magic field, does it just not do anything?
It doesn't do anything.
Can't cast it in the first place.
Right.
If they overlap, it's just does nothing. It's
Right.
just
So
more
I'll attack
anti-magic.
this guy
Okay.
since I can't attack Arcturia with it.
So he is a mimic.
Yeah, kill the mimic.
Okay.
We should say this.
Okay.
Wait, why don't you just take an action to shove the...
I already got it at 20 again.
Okay. So.
I mean, I can't. Wait. Or do I want to equip my shield? Because I can equip my shield and go from a 22 AC to a 26 AC.
That might not be a terrible idea.
I
You've
think I'm
got
gonna do
smacked
that
a couple of
instead.
times.
I'm gonna get some.
I don't know if that'd help against a 30-something attack.
Hey, it helps, alright.
I mean, if they
So
roll a 25,
14
then I
times
still.
less likely to hit the math. I had
what
it's
is
right.
their plus? Like 15?
For the champions,
Yeah.
it's +9.
So I'm gonna.
But they've been rolling obscenely high, so.
So I'm going to equip my +2 shield
Okay. Well, it's just a shield.
in this. Yes.
Right. Right now, it's just a shield.
Currently normal shield.
It's a really fancy
Shield.
plain shield.
It's
But
all
it looks
shiny.
awesome.
Yeah.
So
like
you
this
still have a
brand
bonus
now.
action if you want.
Do I
But
shield
you don't.
back?
Do you have shield master?
No, I don't.
And then no.
Okay.
All right. So that's
I
that.
mean, I think you can use it as an improvised weapon.
Could I probably after doing
just
that?
like
Could I
an
move?
improvised weapon.
Well, you would get a whole lot of attacks of opportunity.
Yeah.
What 3?
1,
Like,
2, 3,
everyone that isn't
4,
Thrick.
5. You'd get 5 attacks
See,
of
we're kind
opportunity.
of like...
Trick is the only
Surrounded.
friendly one there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Everyone else
Arcturia
wants you
would-
dead.
Could I? No, I can't take the disengage action.
No, because you equipped your shield.
I'll stay there.
Okay.
I'll root myself in and get ready to attack with my Warhammer.
Okay. So cancel.
Sure.
Fireball?
Anti-magic field. That still exists.
Well, here's a question. So, okay.
How long does it last?
The question comes in, is the fire after the fireball goes off? The fire's just fire.
Because
Still magic.
that makes sense because like I'm pretty sure the only magical part about it is the center of the explosion itself. Like the little tiny bead
Right.
of fire he tosses forward, and then it explodes
Right.
at the point he
So if you did it in this, like, this corner nearest to Liam, it's not like the explosion's going to go off and then, you know, all the fire that goes into the anti-magic field just disappears.
So if you used Alchemist's fire, that'd be the same thing, right? I mean,
Essentially.
yeah. Well, you're the
I don't know.
DM, so you get to choose.
Yeah.
I guess rules is written, it's not going to do you any good. While you decide what you're going to do, I will be right back.
Fireball always is the answer.
Yeah. We
You should
developed
drop
this for a
concentration.
different battle, to be honest.
Huh?
We developed this for a different battle.
better, different area.
For someone
you guys
who
had a plan?
doesn't have any resistance or immunity to physical attacks.
Oh yeah, that's the issue here.
Yeah, we developed this for a different person who doesn't have this resistance or immunity. That he would just cast that and then just grapple and hug them forever while everyone else just phillips. Because they're also spellcaster and they'd have to beat him in a strength contest.
And probably not because you've got what, 20 strength?
No, I have 16.
I'm stronger than you.
But they have disadvantage on grappling checks.
Oh, do you have the grappler feet?
No, it's the boon from the night, whatever.
Raven Queen.
Yeah, Raven.
Yeah, he got real good.
I've never used it because it sucks, but
What are you guys gonna play for your next for the next campaign?
You'll see.
Huh?
You'll see.
Like Druid. Nice. I was thinking about being.
Guess what
but I'm
race he's gonna
barbarian.
be?
Huh?
Guess what race he's gonna be? You'll never guess.
It's a lizard folk.
How'd you guess?
Oh, I wonder what. Lizard folk are a little bit cracked, just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah. I made a lizard folk trip once before,
And it was just super
but
strong.
I only got to like level 3 or something, so I never actually had it. But the thing that makes it strong is because they can technically choose between their the 13 plus the animal's dex as they see, or they choose the animal's dex.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So, one time I made an ogre barbarian.
Right?
And I used the stats of a normal ogre, like not a half ogre, like the one I played that one time, but like a full ogre. And he had 32 armor class at level 1. Because his stats were just all over the moon. His constitution was like 35, his dex was like another 20, almost. And then I did some, what was it? I found this little loophole, but I forgot what it was. It was for armor class, because ogres have natural armor. Adding that to your barbarian previous armor, because while it only counts if you're not wearing any armor. So that means I added like 8 to 10, so that's 18, and then I added the extra bonuses.
Yeah,
So he had like over 20 armor class.
I remember looking that up, and then they were saying how you had to choose like either the barbarians or the like natural armor class for the person. You can't like stack them both.
Yeah, you only get to pick and choose one.
But that's not what the book says.
That's
The book says that only if you're wearing armor. I never used the guy because he would just be too boring to play because he just smashes everything. You literally could step on a goblin.
and
I never used the guy because he would just be too boring to play because he just smashes everything.
Hey, deja vu.
I don't like that. My
I've
voice
been-
sounds so much deeper.
I don't want to leave and not know what's going on. I'm gonna listen while I'm gone.
My voice sounds so much deeper than that.
Mine too. Mine too. Yeah, really.
Does it?
you yourself don't notice. I mean, you yourself notice it, but to others it sounds normal. Just because you think your voice is different in that case.
My voice. I don't know.
Listening to yourself on camera, watching yourself on camera, it's all really weird. Because even when you do see yourself, it's always like a mirror image of yourself. So like when you see you, you're used to seeing that you. So when you're not seeing that you, but like the actual you, it's fucking weird.
But you actually doing things
Yeah.
that's different from what you're doing.
Yeah, so.
I think I'm just popping into invisibility and just going over
Did you let go of that anti-magic yet?
No, it's not my turn yet.
Fair enough. Is it my turn? No, wait,
I go
me?
before you.
As soon as you
I
got
thought
the
you went before
anti-magic
me,
field,
but
Yeah.
then I saw we were on a break and I was like, wait, wait for me?
wish for like 3 fireballs to go off right here. I can take it. I've got another 130 hit points left.
Are we discussing our battle plans?
Huh?
I can't cast with
Yeah.
Why?
I already true polymorphed a rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That cost one of his slots.
That costs my 9th level slot.
So, one of my plans,
It's worth it.
Let's see.
I got the Eagles, right? And then, if it wasn't anti-magic field, I want to cast me some lightning arrow, because I just got that shit. When I leveled up.
On your turn.
Yeah.
I'll
But-
just stop it on mine.
So, I'm thinking the Eagles pick on the things that aren't Arcturia. Is that alright with you guys?
Whittle things down.
Yeah, I'm gonna have my minions kind of try to whittle down the not Arcturia. And then as for Telfar, I'd like for him to be kind of up here.
Man.
Pew, pew.
If I was gonna do that, I'd just cast Maddening Darkness.
Cast Maddening Darkness.
Are you sure?
What'll it do?
It has a 60-foot radius.
For what?
That's out to here. Just for records.
Everything is pure darkness.
And?
Sunlight cannot pierce it.
And? Not even a sunlight.
No, nothing pierces
I got
it.
goggles.
Everyone takes
I got dark
a bunch
vision.
of psychic damage every turn.
Oh,
You're
no.
completely blind.
I'm not into psychic damage.
I love that.
Here, let's see. Where is
Can you cast that?
Yeah, of course.
At this point, he can cast every spell in
Yeah,
the book.
150-foot range, 60-foot radius.
With dark vision, can't see through non-magical
light,
light.
as well as light created by spells of a lower level.
Here's my question for you guys, though.
This
So
one
I'd have
takes
to cast
88
it.
psychic damage.
Should I try to suck Arcturia into my bottle?
Yes.
That would be amazing.
I want to try to suck her in like every turn, but I also feel bad like if I'm not dealing damage, then that makes me feel bad. But if I got the Eagles trying to pick off the little guys,
Do it.
and Telfar's up here like, get in this bottle!
I'm not made to deal damage, and am I useful?
No. Counterspelled his anti-magic field.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying,
It's already happened.
I have become a pretty decent damage dealer. Like, I can do the upper 40s pretty easily.
That's
for
not
bolt.
your only trick.
That is not my only trick. I've tried to be versatile.
You are a master of tricks.
So many tricky trickies.
So many tricks.
You know, when you play my barbarian, it's gonna be so simple. It's literally
See,
run
I'm
out
sad to retire Telfar. By the way, I want my notes back. If you're not gonna do anything with them, we've got like this session and next week before this campaign is fucking over.
Yeah.
Give my notes back. Yeah?
I probably got one somewhere.
Unless, give my notes back! You silly you.
Find them. Hey, where's that? Where's that?
Man,
Folder.
I gave you like the first 8
Where's the
months of
folder?
our campaign. No, you can't lose the first 8 months of
This
the
folder?
campaign.
Yeah.
Right. You wanna see if it's in there?
Yeah.
It's not where would it be?
It's in some folder somewhere.
One of these
I like
8
folders.
I won't be really mad, but I will trust you a little less with my shit in the future later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll just be disappointed.
Well, yeah,
I'm not mad, I'm
I'm
just disappointed.
Exactly. Are you tipping that chair?
Yeah.
I know you ain't.
Yeah.
I know you ain't tipping that chair. I know that is not.
Oh,
I must
Never.
be. I must be
Never.
mistaken because
You
I know
are
that's not
mistaken.
what you're doing. Isn't it funny how moms say things like that?
Yeah.
Like, I know that's not what you're doing right now. That cannot possibly be the thing that you're doing right now.
And then you feel guilty and immediately stop.
You should.
Huh?
You should.
I should
Unless you
say
want your
this.
mama to snatch you up by the ear. I don't know if y'all ever been snatched up by the ear.
No.
But a
I
few of
have.
my kids have been snatched up by the ear, some of them in front
I've
of
been
their
once.
friends. And it has not gone well.
That wasn't me.
Somewhere.
Not you, no. Lena was the one that got dragged through the apartment complex by her fucking ear.
I have a
Because
box full
what
of
did she
folders
do?
and stuff. It's in there somewhere.
She was gone way late, like past dinner time or something, and I think I sent somebody to go get her, and she was like, nah.
That was Fiona.
No, it was Elena that I dragged across the
Oh.
apartment complex. aluminum.
I've always wanted to use this.
Yeah, but if you ever did the same thing.
It's just like.
I'm sure that Elena's not the only one I've gotten a hold of by the ear.
No, I mean, like, stayed out way late past dinner time.
Well, that was just last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Beyond?
No, I mean, like, in the apartment complex, like, with Muhammad. Remember? That one time?
There might have been some things with Mohammed, yeah. I know she was in trouble because I came home one day and they were laying on the floor in front of the door to our house. And they were like cuddling. Like on the ground, like legs all intertwined and everything like proper, like wrapped up together,
Yeah.
legs wrapped together, kind of snuggling. And I just came home and was like, what the fuck is this? Why y'all cuddling and dry humping and shit out in front of my house? It was weird. Those were weird times. Kids do weird things growing up. Trying to figure out where those social boundaries are.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna figure that out without figuring it out.
Yeah. If you're lucky, your parents will come up on you and be all like, I was a sneaky bastard though when I was a kid. I did all kinds of weird shit. Never got caught. Never got caught. I remember being like 16, something like that. 15, 16. And like, you know, my mom was going on and on. She was on this tirade about, oh, I'm just so glad I can trust you. And I'm just so glad that we have such a good trusting relationship. And I'm just so glad that you're just a good Christian gal. And like, we were in the car, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I was like, oh my god, Mom, I sneak out at night, and I go hang out with older men in their 20s. And sometimes I do meth, and I don't know what to tell you. And she came apart, crying and shit, had to pull the car over. She's like, I'm a bad mom. I'm like, nah, I just gotta go check shit out, man. Gotta see what's up. I'm out there, in the world, doing things.
I don't want to do drugs.
She's like, my baby. Well, I remember what it was. It was some conversation. She was talking about how weed was super, super awful.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, I had done meth and gotten super drunk and, like, smoked pot. And I just, you know, I had those 3 experiences. And she was like, oh, weed's awful. And I was like, I'm going to have to stop you there, Mom. In my experience, you know, and it all kind of came out at once. It was weird.
That's how the truth works. I block it, but once it starts,
I really still recommend honesty. I do.
Yeah.
Like, I don't regret being honest with my parents about, like, you know, what I'm up to and doing and stuff. And by the time you're 16, 17 years old, you're kind of just starting to make your way in the world already. Even though you don't, you know, you got a short leash. You know what I mean? But you're starting to figure things out. Starting to figure out, like, who you are, what you want to do, who you want to be, what kind of people you want to hang out with, what you want to be associated with, all these, you know, like, image kind of things. Yeah. I think Europe's got it figured out, though, you know.
Europe?
Yeah.
What is that is random.
Well, I mean, just in terms of, like, where their expectations are in terms of, like, teenagers, you know, like, by a certain year, they expect that, yeah, you'll probably experiment with drinking, and then by a certain year, they expect that, you know, this, that, or whatever.
You can, like, drink at, like, 16 in, like, in Ireland. Not in Italy, you can drink at, like, 10.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
not hard, but, like, a glass of wine at dinner.
It's been part of, like, my German course and everything. It's like, it's not unusual in a lot of European countries for kids to also get, like, half a glass of wine at dinner, things like that.
You can legally do that here. Like, your parents can legally give you alcohol in their home.
He knows.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's had a sip on this or that or whatever. I'll be all like, that's gross. Or, I think I could have a few more drinks
Some
of
alcohol
that.
tastes good.
I like beer. Beer tastes good.
Hell yeah. Okay, so cancel. Have you decided what you're going to do yet?
Yeah. I'm going to do the very eventful thing and stand there and wait until he drops his thing to cast Tasha's Mind Whip on the Lich Lady.
So
Ready
you're
in action.
Yeah, you're readying an action until he drops
Yep.
concentration on anti-magic. Here's a question. If you cast a spell magic on an anti-magic, does it dispel it or does it nothing happen?
Nothing happens.
You're the DM. You shouldn't be asking us.
There's a lot of weirdness with anti-magic fields.
Yeah, there are a lot of
It's like the
specific
anti-magic
things
ring
too.
on the end of a gun.
Would it just cancel the?
Yeah, there's a lot of high weirdness.
But wouldn't the anti-magic field on the end of the gun like make it a cannonball and then it shrinks again? Yeah.
But on the flip side, a lot of the questions about anti-magic fields that are asked online are stupid questions. Like, oh, well, if there's zombies and I cast anti-magic field, zombies should fall. No, they're not powered by magic. They were created by magic. They themselves are no longer magical.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
survive on their own.
The
Right.
reason why you can create a zombie and you don't, it's not like a summon that you
Right.
spell. You lose control of it, and it's still.
When she push her way in.
Yeah, spells and magical effects such as spell magic have no effect on the sphere. Likewise, the spheres created by different anti-magic fields don't nullify each other.
I feel like Jeremy Crawford answers questions about anti-magic fields like once a week. It is fucking ridiculous. So you're readying an action to cast Tasha's Mind Whip.
Yeah.
So then
8 times a pop.
the Lich.
It's weird though. You go to a chiropractor and they'll do it for you. I hate that.
Yeah.
Somebody else taking your face and cracking it.
I usually don't like it either. My chiropractor's really good with it.
I'm not into that thing. That's the first thing they go for. I think you're a quack.
Um,
My back is hurting. My posture's off.
can't really
No, it's not that bad.
You get used to it.
do.
Yeah, it's kind of the.
My whole
the
body
anti-magic.
cracks.
Well, this is
so much
interesting.
bad. I'm gonna hurt
Why
so
not?
much.
Okay, so the
But it's
Lich,
satisfying.
Archlich.
is going to try to do a paralyzing touch once again on Narate.
I don't like that sunlight I conjured earlier. She's still kind of
Question: is it a magical effect?
27 to hit.
So cancel unit.
Yes.
You're still outside the room.
Yeah.
So you take
Oh, that's just because she's dead. That's not magical.
What?
9 points of cold damage, and you need to make a DC 18 Constitution saving throw.
Very cool.
Yeah, she's very cool.
Is it magical or is it just because she's very cold?
She's very cool. That's what the. full damage should be.
28.
Okay, so you are not paralyzed. Thrick.
I'm gonna drop the anti-magic field as my free action.
Okay, so cancel guys.
Tasha's Mind Whip. Make
Okay.
an intelligence save. Not gonna beat me this time.
Yeah, she.
Hush.
Actually, 15 to save.
Wow.
Luck.
Did not expect that.
I'm gonna try to spend a luck point to change that roll.
She doesn't
She failed.
succeed.
She failed.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought-
It's
Don't
20.
change it.
Oh, my bad. I thought you succeeded. My bad.
No, she has to beat a 20.
Oh,
Yeah.
She's just really good at it.
Yeah, she's got a plus 12 to her saving throw for intelligence.
12 damage of the brain.
Okay.
And she can only make reaction or attack. She can't make a reaction. She can only make an attack, move, or bonus attack action. I'm wording this badly.
English, motherfucker. Do you speak it?
No reactions until the end of her next turn. And she can only do an action, a bonus action,
Makes
or
more sense
movement
now,
on her
right?
turn.
It's a good move.
Okay, so she has to pick one.
All the time.
Yes, and she gets
I
no
watch
reactions
that movie
until the
all
end of her
time.
turn.
But she can do legendary.
Yeah.
Yes.
I bet you got some legendary actions and some lair moves.
So, did you want to bonus action or move?
No. I'm happy right here. This place is nice.
Hey.
So you're casting through an open door, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, open door
I don't
casting.
want that mess.
So
At the end of Cancel's turn, she does another paralyzing touch on Narate.
Oh my god. Okay.
Guidance.
24 to hit.
No, that
She missed. Okay. So, Thrick.
Sorry.
I'm gonna do one of the champions
I
for
didn't
myself.
ask for
Like,
any guidance.
Okay.
I don't know
Yeah,
which
you've
one
got
I
a
want,
champion that's prone right next to you,
but-
so
oh,
you
okay.
have advantage.
Go dunk.
Soft one.
That it?
I hate that.
What do you mean?
Close your mouth and then the mask hits you in the eyes.
Oh, that's nice.
30,
The problem I have is my mask keeps climbing up, so.
34.
Yeah, I saw Liam's climbed all the way up to his forehead earlier in the car.
34?
Pretty straight.
Okay. Bonus action?
I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. Yeah.
Said to cover your
So
nose.
they'll need to make like a wisdom check to hit.
Oh,
me,
you
or
were
they'll
way
have to,
farther
like,
than
hit
that. I could see your
target.
entire mouth.
Or wisdom.
Yes.
So what does that do?
They have to make a wisdom like
Yeah,
check in
yeah.
order to hit me, and if they fail, they either hit a different target or it just they can't hit anything.
Okay. Okay. At the end of Thrick's turn, not really a whole lot.
Shit. Give me the book. Book.
So Telfar's flying 18 feet up, right?
Yes.
That is an idea.
No. Don't get ideas.
Because she's got one legendary action left this round.
Yep. Tassie is down to rotate. Sorry.
And she will take the inevitable attack of opportunity from Narate,
Indeed.
and she's going to cast Ray of Frost at Telfar. .26 to hit.
Would a 19 hit Arcturia?
Didn't see none of that.
Yes. But
Take a look.
but hold on.
Huh?
What was that for?
That was luck roll.
Oh.
Just didn't see nothing about none of that.
The question is,
I mean, then you get to choose which one it takes, regardless.
the question is, that doesn't
Ask
answer
chat.
my question. Does this answer my question?
Hatzilla waits
Oh,
patiently
18.
as the mortals
Okay.
continue their battle. Waiting.
So
for
that
the chance
is
to
4d8 damage.
Imagine just being in that. Like in the middle of it.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Yeah. Honestly, Kirk, all you need to do
spell
is
was
spin
it again?
around,
Ray of Frost.
knock everyone down.
Is that an AoE?
No.
Yeah, it's like a cantrip, I think.
Yep, it's just a cantrip. That does 48 cold damage.
That's fun. Or whatever.
So she hits Telfar with 19 points of cold damage.
Oh no.
And then how much damage did you do? Okay.
32.
Okay.
And 6 radiant damage.
Okay. Okay. So mimics.
Yep.
Yeah.
They will continue to do more of the same, adding. This one's
No.
going to attack him.
No.
So,
It's not nice.
2, 3 on Liam. 2 on. So there's 3 on Finarte, 2 on Thrick, and 1 on Cancel. So we'll do Cancel first. Get his punishment out of the way. He is going to try to bite you and miss with a 9. 2 on Thrick. First is a pseudopod. 24 to hit. Second's going to be a bite. Nat 20.
Did they try their wisdom saves first?
Oh, that's right. So, first one doesn't matter because he missed. Second one. What's your spell save?
19.
No, he doesn't get to attack you.
Yes, it chooses
The other 3 are going to attack Narate. First one's a pseudopod. Soft 20 to hit. Misses. Second one's a bite. 22 misses. The third one is a bite. 21 to hit. Misses.
Sweet.
Alright. Telfar.
I will use my bonus action first
Okay.
to hide behind the pillar that I'm currently kind of circling around.
Okay. Go ahead and make a stealth check. Okay.
Plus 10, 35.
Yeah.
So, hiding behind the pillar, right near. And I poke my little head and crossbow out, and I shoot at Arcturia.
Okay. You have advantage on the attack.
Now, I have a question about one of my spells.
good
The
question.
next time you make a range attack during the spell's duration. Okay.
What's the casting time on it?
A bonus action.
Okay, so
I used my bonus
you
action.
used your bonus action.
To...
So on your next turn, what you could do is you could use your bonus action to cast lightning arrow, and then as your action, fire your crossbow.
Alright. As a free action, Telfar will yell out, I wish we could have danced! Goodness gracious. So this is a mimic,
Yep,
and this is a mimic,
yep,
that's a mimic.
yep.
For my action, I'll play the panpipes again. Pipes of Haunting.
Okay, so that should affect everybody.
Except for my companions, because I can choose for it not to affect them.
So the champions, the furries,
So yeah, I get a 30-foot.
they got
I think
a 14.
It'll cover everybody except the yellow
Yeah,
ones.
yeah. So the furry force got 14. What's the spell save on your pipes?
14 wisdom.
Okay, so the furry force saves.
Well, they're already feared still,
Right,
right? So I'm mostly trying to get
the mimics.
these little mimic bastards over here. So that's still 4 mimics. 4 mimics. Well,
Okay.
5, because this one moved outside, right? But he can still hear me.
The mimics save with a 14. And Arcturia is immune.
Of course.
Immune to fear?
Yep. Okay.
Okay, that's not it.
That's
That's
whole
not
thing.
it.
That's not it.
Vicky casts resistance at will, and she's gonna cast it by touch on me.
Okay.
So I get a plus D4 to my next save,
Okay.
whatever kind of save.
Okay.
Then it's my eagles,
Yep.
and the eagles.
Oh, right. Hold on. Let
You were
me-
gonna tell me about grappling and picking them up.
Yeah. Let's see here. That might be one of those things that is just hand wavium. Let's see. It doesn't say that they can. See, this is one of those occasions where D&D 5th edition has failed because they're extremely vague on what these size descriptors mean. So, as an example, Narate is a dwarf,
Right.
but is still considered medium. A Goliath is almost 8 feet tall, but is still considered medium.
Giant eagle is a large creature.
Is a large, but what is large? I mean, they're not, the size of a giant, like a hill giant. They're not that big.
Could they pick up a little furry critter man?
I think it's like a 10 by 10 or something for giant or for large.
I would say that if you wanted to make a talon attack on one of the furry force, and in lieu of doing damage, do a grapple, that on the following turn, if the grapple succeed, on the following turn, the eagle can make a strength check to try and lift the furry.
But
Because
that leads me
You
to a
drop
follow-up
anti-magic
question.
shield eagle, right?
Which is, say you're a giant eagle, you got a motherfucker in your talons, and then it becomes your attack turn.
Right.
Can
Well,
you squeeze the shit out of a motherfucker and peck at him like.
well, your attack turn though. So if you choose to grapple instead of dealing damage, and assume that the grapple succeeds, so now you've got him in your talons. On your next turn,
Do a strength check, lift him
your
up.
your action would be to do a strength check to try to lift him up off the ground.
Right, so I'm saying the follow-up to that is, I have him lifted up off the ground.
You wouldn't really be able to do an attack, but what you could do, the ceiling here is 20 feet.
Right.
So you could drop him, which would do 2d6 damage, falling damage.
So my question is, can talon damage be dealt while they are being grappled or taken around? That's my question.
Like puncturing.
Well, yeah, slashing.
I would
slashing
assume-
or piercing damage. Like,
I would
you know.
assume that the damage from the talons was already done when they did the grapple. So I would say
grapple end with damage? Because I thought a grapple just ended with you're grappled.
No, you.
yeah, that's technically yeah.
So that's my question: is if I want to grapple and apply.
So I don't think there's a way to do that. So like if you so I'm specifically thinking of like giant frog. Giant frog can make a tongue attack. If it succeeds, the target is grappled. On the following turn, the target can be swallowed. And on any turn after that, or no, it does a bite attack. If it succeeds, the target, yeah, because that's a perfect example. So a giant frog, when it does its bite attack, it deals damage and the target is grappled. On the following turn, it can swallow the target. And then for each turn that it stays in the frog's stomach after that, it takes additional acid damage. So yeah,
So that there is post-grapple damage.
so theoretically, the damage would be dealt on the grapple. So the claws digging in, that's part of the grapple. So it would take the talon damage, and then the move action would be to fly 20 feet up. On the next turn, the eagle could just let go.
And that's what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to apply talon damage and a grapple, and then on the next turn, try to lift that bitch up.
Okay. So go ahead and make your talon attack first.
That'll be for this guy on this.
So if he does it on oh, you want to do it on the mimic,
yeah,
not the furry, because if he does it on that furry,
that furry is already prone and frightened.
and the talon attack would have advantage.
But I'm trying to thin out the shit that's around my companion.
Yeah, I can see where you're going.
This guy's almost dead.
Yeah, mimics are only considered medium, and yeah, that one mimic is already almost dead. So yeah, go ahead and make the attack on the mimic. Do it.
So I get a plus 5 to hit on a talon attack. That's not enough. I'll spend a luck point on it. Still not enough. What a waste. I miss.
So what'd you get?
That's a 7 plus 5 is a 12.
That hits.
Does it?
Yep.
Oh shit. A 12 did.
Yep.
Fucking A. Alright, alright. 2d6 plus 3.
So I did see something. Speaking of mimics, I saw something fucking ingenious.
Yeah.
So there's a scene where the players sit down. They're in an abandoned like castle or whatever. And they sit down at a dinner table, and all of the fucking plates and drinking cups are all mini mimics.
Takes a drink from the cup.
Yeah, the-
sticks
yep.
the face, starts eating face.
Yes.
Yum, 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 yum.
Noms on your face.
You eat the food.
Okay.
The seeds are inside.
So 12 talon slashing damage.
Okay.
Whoa, that went down really smooth.
Okay.
Why does
So
this-
it's barely alive. So have the eagle make a strength check, and it will be opposed by the mimic. And the mimic only got a 5. So all the eagle has to do is beat a 5.
Do strength checks get guidance?
Does guidance apply to ability checks? I don't think it's just an attack.
Just skills? No, guidance is a skill check, right? Alright. Get the books out. 'Cause I always forget,
here's the
like,
question. So
what
grapple is technically an attack. Does guidance apply to an attack roll?
Oh, no.
Then no. But I would think the eagle could beat 5, unless it rolls really bad.
Strength, it gets +3, that's 18.
Yeah. So the mimic is grappled. The eagle can fly up.
At half speed?
That's a good question too. What's the strength on the eagle?
Like, I'm sure flying
16.
straight up, like, is already an ordeal. What about flying up with a...
Yeah, I would say it's probably half of
Strength
it.
and 80 feet.